What's going on, everyone? Bakhtiari Productions here. So today I wanted to go over David Bakhtiari's contract extension. They inked him up for another 4 years, put him under contract until he's 33 years old. 4-year deal, $92 million, big contract for the best left tackle in the league. I don't think there's any arguing that. They really needed to ink him up. He was the next best unrestricted free agent for the Packers. That's averaging $23 million a year. I'm going to go over some of his contract details. I get most of this information from a guy on Twitter, Ken Ingalls. He does a lot of the salary cap projection for the Packers. Really good account, just great info, knows what he's talking about. If you want to check him out on Twitter for the David Bakhtiari's numbers and then also everything else Packers salary cap, I'll put his link down in the description there. So just going over a brief synopsis of his yearly average in terms of cap hit for the Packers salary cap. In 2021, it'll be $19.4 million. In 2022, it'll be $20 million. In 2023, it'll be $23.5 million. And in 2024, it'll jump all the way up to $27.5 million. So a backloaded contract. Also good news, they're projected to restructure his 2021 roster bonus, which will reduce the 2021 cap hit by another $8.3 million, which is really good, bringing that down to $11 million total, which is very good in terms of cap hit for the best left tackle in the league. Obviously, the cap is still a little bit shaky because of COVID-19. The cap's projected to actually go down in 2021 when normally it goes up. And it's such a big problem, especially with all these remaining Packers free agents that are there, and generally for every other team. It's going to be a weird offseason, I think. There's going to be a lot of guys in free agency, a lot of veteran cuts, and a lot of veteran signees for cheap for next season. I think that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to go over some of the remaining unrestricted free agents for the Packers. Obviously, they already re-signed Kenny Clark and then David Bakhtiari. So here's some of the remaining. I'm sure you know some of them, but I'm going to go down the list real quick. So we have Corey Linsley here. I think he's the next priority over Aaron Jones and Kevin King. Corey Linsley has been bar none one of the best centers this year. He's been rated very highly by PFF and generally has just been playing very well. I think he's the next biggest priority. The Packers offensive line is such a big priority because you need to protect 12 back there. And then after that, you have the next three. I kind of jumbled them in the same category. Aaron Jones, Jamal Williams, Kevin King. Running back situation, like I said, always been really tricky here. It's going to be really, really hard to re-sign Aaron Jones after paying Kenny Clark and Bach with the cap going down. Jamal Williams shouldn't command that much money, but again, we drafted A.J. Dillon, but haven't been able to see much of him. Was out the last couple of weeks with COVID. Kevin King, I feel like, has kind of lost his job. He's on the brink of fully losing his job, in my opinion. Josh Jackson has been playing really well in his absence and has been putting together a few really good weeks. I think Josh Jackson could take over that cornerback role next to WR Alexander, and then obviously Chandon Sullivan in the slot there. Then the remaining four I have Mercedes Lewis. You know, he's a veteran. I can see them bringing him back for a vet minimum. Aaron Rodgers loves him. Big dog, they call him. Good blocking tight end, just good all-around veteran, and just good presence in the locker room from him. Then you have Lane Taylor, who was slotted to be the starting right guard of the Green Bay Packers this year. Tore his ACL. He's jack-of-all-trades lineman. Even took a pay cut just to earn that job back. Really good dude. I'm hoping he can recover from his ACL and potentially get another prove-it deal by the Packers. I think they owe him that. You know, he, like I said, took a pay cut just to stay on this team, and he's a very good player. So you always need good lineman depth. Then you have another running back, Tyler Irvin. So 3 running backs that are unrestricted free agents. And I don't think he could command much money. He's more of a gadget player for the Packers. If anything, someone will sign him for a 1-year deal to be a returner. But I see him coming back just to do that return role and a gadget player as well. And then finally, we have Montrevius Adams, who actually has been having a very good year as of late. He was a make-or-break-it-year player for me, and he's proven to be a very good run defender for the Packers defense. I think he's important to re-sign if they cut Dean Lowry, which I think will happen, or I just feel like he's going to take Dean Lowry's spot as he should. And then also you still have Kingsley Keke under contract, which should take over for Tyler Lancaster there. So Montrevius Adams shouldn't command a lot of money, and they should re-sign him. In other news, today it was released that Allen Lazard is being activated off of IR after his core muscle injury surgery. Very good activation here. I expect big things from Allen Lazard and did this whole year. Alien Lizard was at 13 receptions, 254 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Really broke out the game of his injury, actually. The game right before he had his surgery against New Orleans. He had 6 receptions, 146 yards, and a touchdown. Just, you know, destroyed that New Orleans defense. Was a big factor in that win there down in New Orleans. Really excited to see him back. A.J. Dillon and Chris Barnes should be coming back from the COVID list. I want to see more of A.J. Dillon. It was a shame that he contracted COVID and couldn't play, and then also the people around him in close proximity. Jamal was out for a few, Kamal Martin, Chris Barnes. I'm really excited for Allen Lazard to come back. This offense, when everyone was healthy in the beginning, the receiver room in terms of MVS, Tay, and Lazard, and then also when Jamal and Aaron Jones were there, everyone all together, they were averaging, you know, 35 a game. So I'm really excited to see him come back. Hopefully the offense can get back to that really high-scoring octane offense that we love to see. And then A.J. Dillon, like I said, I just want to see more of him. Lackluster running game in Jacksonville with Jamal and Aaron. Should have been much better there. So I just want to see more of A.J. Dillon. You know, we spent a second-round draft choice on him for a reason. He needs to get more snaps. Plain and simple, especially with the 3 other running backs on the roster becoming unrestricted free agents after this year. So you need to see what you have with A.J. Dillon. You can't just pray that he's going to be a good player. You know, he looks like he can be good, but you need to give him the snaps to prove that. So I'm hoping as the weather keeps getting colder and you know snow games, frozen tundra games in Lambeau, we can start to see more A.J. Dillon there. So that'll about do it. I just wanted to go over David Bakhtiari's contract because I know it can be confusing, especially when you see the massive number and you panic. You're like, oh gosh, how are they going to afford anyone else? I wanted to go over the year-by-year cap hits and what that means for the remaining free agents for the Packers in 2021. So that'll about wrap it up. Hope everyone else has a wonderful rest of your day. And as always, go Pack Go.